international news, especially the situation of Middle East, and then we will glance on some domestic issues. So, for the very first, obviously, it's the visit to Ankara by the porters, and it will be discussed thoroughly, and we will have some comments with the NATO and the United States presidents, and what gossips used to be when there was the war between Iran and United States and Israel. We will talk about the response to different statements of the official of United States. The statements of Trump and other officials. We will talk about the funeral of the Khamenei, some local legislation by the Pakhtunkhwa Assembly, what's going on social media, and there are criticism over these legislation, and there is a new law that is criticized on the social media. The law was passed by the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Assembly, and people are saying that it has resemblance with the then FCR, the draconian law, and the last but not the least, the response to some news and social media post by the spokesperson of the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa government, Shafi Jan. So, for the very first, we will talk about the visit of the Trump to the Ankara. Yeah, it was a visit that was important in many aspects, and yes, of course, the Trump was on the visit to attend the summit of NATO, and as you know that when Iran and America were having war, NATO was neutral. NATO didn't apply to what the United States was saying, and NATO was not buying the narrative of Trump. So Trump in the NATO summit, uh, he come up with the witty remarks. So we will discuss about it, and we will have some remarks about it. So let me read the transcript of the news that is from the speech of the Trump, and it is he repeated again that the position of America is very much clear about the Iran, and he says that Iran must not possess nuclear weapon, and Trump believes that Turkish president shares the same views. He is expecting that Mr. Tayyip also have the same views about the Iran, that uh, Iran should not have nuclear weapon. So in his remarks, Donald Trump said that when he was having a joint press conference with the Turkish president, he said that NATO is very bad. He criticized the NATO and the chief of the NATO, and he says that the alliance that America made and America spent billions on it was failed to support the United States when needed. He was saying, and he has said this many times ago, that in the hour of the need, NATO didn't support, and NATO was not present for the voice of the United States. And he says that Despite United States invested billions in NATO, when we asked them for the support, they were not present. They didn't say yes, sir, and it was expected, but they failed. So he praised Turkey is expected whenever he is in any country, any state. He praise the host, or whenever he is in the press conference, he praises the guy next to him. So, as usual, he praised the Tayyip Erdogan, and he says that he's a great guy. He's doing great. He said that uh, America has no objection to Turkey purchase of the Russian S-400 system, and announced that Washington will soon decide on the sale of F-35 fighter jets to Turkey, while also considering lifting many sanctions. Trump claimed that Turkey could have entered the Iran-Israel conflict, but refused due to U.S. efforts. Uh, as you know that when Iran was in war with America and Israel, many people, especially the Muslim community, were expecting Turkey and Pakistan to jump into the war and support Iran on very visible position. But as you know that Turkey and Pakistan remain neutral, and Trump is giving credit to himself, and he's saying that because of the effort of United States, uh, the leadership of Turkey didn't jump into the conflict. So President Erdogan, in the joint statements, he said that Turkey and US relations remain strong and expressed confidence that Trump would honor his commitment to deliver uh, F-35 aircraft. And he said that we are expecting 5 F-35 aircraft. Uh, Look, this could be this could be called smart on behalf of the Turkey. On one hand, they are purchasing S-400 from Russia, and on the other hand, they are near to close the deal of F-35, and Trump promised him that America will deliver F-35. So that could be a win-win situation to the both countries, and also, if you call it in the diplomatic ways, uh, Turkey is having good relation with America, not compromising the relation of with the Carmelan. So there is a statement by in the meanwhile, when Trump was at the giant press conference, he criticized NATO, he criticized the chief of the NATO, and he in some in some way he called the chief of the NATO a covered man, a person who is unable to make a decision when it is the time to make decision. So okay, now we are discussing about the statements of the leadership of Iran in response to the statements of the United States of America. Before this, I will say that the funeral or the farewell ceremonies of the great leader of the Iranian people, Sayyid Ali Khamenei, are in the last stage, and there is a holy city, Qom, and there The funeral was, I think this was a third funeral. The funeral was attended by thousands of the people, and the body has now been transferred to Iraq, where farewell ceremonies will be held in Najaf and Karbala before the body is uh, led to the before the body is led to near the shrine of the Imam Raza in Mashhad. So the statements of the Iranian leadership. Now I want to discuss about it. It is by the Foreign Minister of Iran, Mr. Abbas Irakchi. He said that while we have deal with America, while we have signed the MOU with America, it is mandatory to for the both parties to keep the honor. And he said that if threats continues, negotiations on the final agreement will not begin, and honor your signature, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi stated. And he says, referring to the clause 13 of the Memorandum of Understanding, that is called the Memorandum of Understanding of Islamabad, he stated that the talks on a final deal cannot proceed under the continuous pressure and threats. And on the other hand, the Supreme National Security Council Security Secretary Muhammad Bakir, he warned the United States to speak respectfully uh, or face a different response. Foreign Minister spokesperson Ismail Bakai, he is considered one of the great guy, and he's considered one of the wise guy in the leadership, in the current leadership of Iran. He said that he described the attack on the supreme leader's residence is an act of open aggression, and accused European countries of becoming complicit by remaining silent or what he called US and Israel crimes. So these things are now getting serious, and the leadership of Iran, while in the end of the war or post-war strategy, they are now focusing on stuff like the war crimes by the America and Israel and the past in the war of May. So they're saying that what they did, this could be considered as war crime. So now they're making a narrative, and they're building this ground for taking these stuff to the courts of justice. So Iran is making this narrative, and every other day or every single day, they're making statements which you can say that they support this narrative of building, are building and constructing a case against Israel and America. Like they consider that when they were attacked, it was aggression, and when the people or the installation they were attacked, they were like they were like when you have when you attack civilian installation. So they think that these all are the war crimes, and they're making a narrative to build a case in international forum against Israel and against America. Especially their focus on the leadership of Israel and the military of Israel. So these things could be symbolic, but yes, in future, if things are going to change, so everything is possible. We have an example of the Saddam Hussein. Nobody has ever imagined that a quote in any symbolic body an international court of justice or anybody will hang a person because of the crimes he has committed in his own country. So nothing is impossible, but these narratives, these voices will be louder and louder as time passed. So now comes to the local government, the local issues, the domestic issues. The Assembly of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has passed a law, and it is called the bill. Actually, it is called the uh, protection. Uh, it is called the protection privileges and immunity to the parliamentarian of the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Assembly. It is passed by the assembly with a great number in previous some days, but nowadays it is getting attention on social media. And what is much visible in it is the issuance of the blue passport, a diplomatic passport to the family and to the parliamentarian and the family of the parliamentarian for lifetime. So this thing is getting too much hype on social media, and people are criticizing about it. So I will read the news that is circulating on the social media, and it is lawmakers in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa have been granted a wide range of new privileges under recently approved legislation. Members of the Provincial Assembly and their spouses will be eligible for blue passport subject to federal law, while lawmakers will be exempted from the toll taxes nationwide. They will also receive Category B security with upgrades possible based on threats level, free accommodation at government rest houses, and the right to uh, convene public meeting requiring attendance by the government official. The law also allows lawmakers to hold up the 8 firearm licenses, and police will require the speaker's approval before arresting any MPA. If I see this bill, I think there is nothing bad in it. The situation we are facing, uh, the sitting chief minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, he was raided many times. He was stopped by the police of the capital territory. The provincial ministers, they were even allegedly uh, stopped, and they were harassed by the police. In the Banigala, they were not treated well. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the police and other securities agencies, they are taking line from the federal government. They're not totally conforming or totally obeying the order of the provincial government. Uh, anything, anytime, and anything could happen. Anyone, any organization, any security, or any watchdog, or any you can say authority or agency could arrest any MPA. So they have just amended some already established, already existing law. So I think nothing bad in it, and they are the representative of the people. So they must be given protection. They must be given uh, the right to have to improve their security in the situation where you know that there is much more line order critical situation, and we just observe that the situation, the terrorism, In such situation, if they are passing such laws, I think nobody should object on it. There is another thing, and that is the Minister for the Information of the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Shafijan, denied or he declined such news, and he dismissed report that provincial lawmakers will receive blue passport, and he said these are baseless allegation, and he referred that the issuance of the passport or blue passport is a matter of the federal. It is the in the authority of the federal government, and he said that neither the assembly nor the provincial cabinet has approved any additional benefits, and he said that lawmakers continues to receive only the privileges already provided under existing rules. So, according to Shafijan, nothing new. And last but not the least, too much important, and I will read it from the paper so that I don't make any mistake. And it is that the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Assembly has passed a law allowing penalties against journalists. Under the legislation, the speaker may bar journalists from the covering of the assembly proceeding and impose temporary bans. Violation could result into the 6 month imprisonment and a fine of 1 million rupees. Journalists accused of misreporting assembly proceedings could face up to 3 years in prison and fine of 300,000 rupees, while criticism of the speaker's conduct may also invite legal actions. So this is what we call a draconian law. I'm okay with the bill of the privileges and exemptions, and what you say that protection, privileges and exemption. This is, I think, the bill is some such names. I don't have any issue with it. I think they have the right to be secured. They have the right to be respected. So I'm okay with it. But the second law, that is too much. I think that is a draconian law. Uh, an elected government will never pass such law. I think they should reconsider it, because you cannot imprison or you cannot make such huge fine on a journalist just because you think it is not the matter of misreporting, but it is what you think that it is misreported. But like I'm giving you an example, the privilege, in short, if we call this privilege bill, if the privilege bill is reported by the journalists who are covering the assembly, now Shafi Jan is saying that nothing such things happened. So in the mind of the Shafi Jan, it is misreporting. So now Shafi Jan will request the speaker, and speaker will make a statement, and the guy who is reporting this will be given 3 years of imprisonment along with the 300,000 fine. No, I think this is what we call a draconian law. Any elected government will never ever and should never ever pass such law. I think I'm hoping that this will be reconsidered after the ongoing criticism and after an expected meeting with the Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, who is going to happen. The journalist and the CM of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has to conduct a meeting, and I hope these things will rest in the meeting. For the rest of the law, I'm okay. I think if they are serving in such crucial conditions, they must be given some immunities, they must be given some privileges, they must be given protection. I'm signing out. I hope you're doing well. Goodbye and take care of yourself.